And what's up, everybody? You ever hit stream and forget to turn on your microphone? Yeah, that's this guy right here. Anyways, today, we are going to do some converting. And I'm adding to my cops pack that I have. If you don't know what that is, it's a bunch of cop cars, basically, or police-related mods. I'm doing a big revamp that I should be dropping in the next few days for patrons, and at the beginning of the year I wanted to make this public for everybody, so I'm just adding all the cool little features that everybody's complained about that I didn't have or I didn't do, and this is starting to become a very large pack. So what I have today, let me grab this really fast, is I made this Audi R8 LMS. What's going on there, buddy? Chevy, welcome to the party, brother. So I made this Audi here, and I did make a police kit options. Now, I just want to add this to the cops pack and make it the main feature, because why not, right? So I've already got it downloaded from my site because I got a new computer between the time of FS19 and FS22, so I actually don't have it anymore on my computer. We are going to convert this and add it to the police pack, which already has a ton of vehicles in it, like a ton. I don't even know how else to say this. There's, you got pickups, Charger, I can't even, I think it has a Porsche, stuff like that. The Ford Police F1 that nobody likes because of the fenders, which I don't know if I want to jump on that bandwagon of fixing that or not. It requires me to completely remodel the whole thing, so I don't know if I'm going to do that. Maybe, if I get really bored, I guess. What else in here? The police trailer. There's just a ton of vehicles already in this pack, and why not make it ridiculously large, right? And add a whole bunch more. So let's get started on that right now. Hope you guys are all doing awesome. Oh, there we go. Now I can see my live chat. It's been a few days since I've it's been like 2 weeks since I've live streamed. I just been busy making mods, guys. Sometimes it's a little easier to do it without the buzz in my ear of chat and all that kind of stuff. So I already have my Audi right here, and I have my cops pack opened up. So we're gonna, from the basics, we're gonna unzip it. So this is an FS19 mod, and we're gonna start the conversion process. Now, when I say conversion process, I would like you to pay attention to my auxiliary screen really quick. Over here, I have made a long time ago. When FS22 first came out, I went through and I documented all the changes that I could find, and I've used this to convert a multitude of mods. So what we're going to be doing today is basically just following my simple guide to converting a mod. I am going to be adding it to another pack, so there's going to be some changes there, but nothing too difficult. So to get started, what I like to do right off the bat is we are going to open up our mod disk for the police, and then we're going to open up our mod disk for the Audi. And I will have to do a split screen here. Let me get it all set up. Okay, so what we got here is on the left I have the cops pack, and on the right I have the individual mod disk for the Audi R8. I guess before I get started with this, I get a little sound check. Am I sounding good? Music too loud? Music just perfect? Does my voice sound amazing and beautiful, like an ancient elf? I'm gonna guess yes. If I hear any different chat, then I'll do some adjusting. But let's get started with the actual conversion. Just pretty easy, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe easy because I've done it hundreds of times, but once you get the basics down, it's pretty simple. So FS, actually, we should probably change that to, it's probably higher now. Never mind, sorry. You got to deal with my ADHD because my brain will go blub, 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 all over the place. So they're relatively the same. The mod disk from 19 to 22, not a ton of changes. So if we go right down the list here, I can see that I have the light extension specialization, which is already installed in the cops pack. That's where you get your strobes and stuff like that. I don't need to add the new category because we're just going to add this under the police edition. So it looks like all I have here is a vehicle type that I'm going to be using, and I already kind of have a generic vehicle type made up that just has base drivable and the light extension, and that's going to be over on this side somewhere, police car. Or wait, let me double check everything. Base drivable, so I think that's this one, police car 01. So don't really need to do too much. What we will do is add this XML file name. You see right here where it says store item. We're just gonna pull that on over. Okay, now this file isn't actually in there. Hey, what's up, the undead sniper? Just mod man, we are working on some police packs right now. I'll try to pay attention to live chat as best I can, guys. It's over on another screen over there, so I have to turn my head all the way to the right. Oh, getting old. That was a pop. All right. So next up, I have the XML. We need to move over the Audi XML to the cops XML. And in order to do that, we will be just drag and drop. I hold control so I can copy it. And now that's in there. Okay, check. The big thing is we want to make sure that this XML file path lines up with the location of the Audi, which is right here. So now we got that in there. We can actually go about opening up our i3D. And what I like to do actually before I ever even open it up with the new editor, because there's going to be a bunch of textures missing from FS19. I might have had an image in there that had something that's in the FS19 game folder, and it's not going to find it, is what I'm getting at here. So I like to edit with Notepad, and what this will do is it'll actually open it up on this screen here, and it's going to list all the textures that are in here. And for the most part, I'm about to go through and do some cleaning here eventually in my life. For the most part, I can tell you stuff like this lizard truck, normal PNG, all this stuff is can't find the texture. And same thing, we're gonna zoom in for you guys a little bit so it's a little bigger on your screen. If you don't like coding and stuff like that, this is the coding aspect of the conversion. We will get into opening up the GE here momentarily. So I can already tell you that these are going to fail, and this glass normal and all this kind of crap, that's going to fail because that's no longer, and I just know this stuff because I've been doing this a long time. So we can make some small changes here really fast that I can always tell you is going to be the same when you're converting. The glass. You see where it says clear glass 03? Well, there is no longer a clear glass 03, so I'm just gonna remove the 03 and it should pop up clear glass. Now, glass normal, this is the normal map for glass, it's no longer in the game as well, so we're actually just gonna copy this default normal and paste that into there. There might be a few other little silly things here that might not work. The number shader, but we gotta fix that inside of the editor. A couple other things. It's not going to be able to find this round bale silage, but this is how we used to make stuff strappable, is we put a bale in the mod and then made the bale strappable. That's how back in the day, we made that stuff. The common file stuff, I'm actually going to include all this with this update, so you'll get access to this Audi. You may not have the full texture pack for the cops, but this Audi will be workable in the mod. So it's about half and half. Half the mods work without the texture pack, the other half do. And come the first of the year, I'm going to try my very darndest to make all this stuff public for you guys. So everything for the most part looks pretty good. Might get a little wonky in our folder with this texture. You get what I'm saying there. But that's just years of importing and exporting. And everything else should, for the most part, transfer over when we do our export. Let's go back to our main screen here. I'm going to hit save on that previous screen we were just looking at. Now we are ready to open it up and look at all the errors that might become about. Here we go. Cross your fingers. We are opening up with 9.0.4. That extra point threw me for a loop. We'll open that up now. There's the Audi. And whenever you're messing around with mods and stuff like that, I really recommend, whoa, sorry, really recommend you have this console open, because as it loads in, it'll tell you error, can't find number shader, error, can't find, I told you these ones, we were going to have a hard time finding those, can't find light pattern, vehicle shader, no scratches, there's the truck interior, it's an old shapes file. You just want to pay attention to this stuff because this will be your first step to actually getting your mod converted over. And now you could go through and do the conversion thingy up here, but I just like to do it manually. I feel like the game messes it up, and this is just personal preference. You know, if you're good with your conversion using this, then great, but I just find that I do a better job than Giants can. So right now, if I was to hit save up here, just give you a little rundown on how this works. If I was to hit save, all these errors would go away. But there's a kicker. Say this, say I was actually using this pickup normal or the specular or something like that. The game will delete the entry. So it'll no longer, so if you had like a cube box in here, okay, we got our cube in here, and we apply textures to it in FS19. We save, and those textures are not able to be found when we load it up in a 22 conversion, and I hit save, it'll just stay blank like this. It will have no textures assigned to it. It'll remove the texture paths, and we'll be kind of hosed if we were looking to recover those. Now, because I know that none of this stuff is actually useful for me, and we'll do a little skim through. What you kind of want to do is, first we're going to add a light. You want to delete this light when you're done, but then you can actually see what you're doing here a little bit. So when we go in here, I'm kind of looking for gray stuff. Anything that's gray and looks blank like that cube did, it's not going to find. And I think this one is completely, yeah, there's nothing really, it's all custom, so all the textures should be in there. That's actually what it looks like, all dirty. We're gonna remove that so we can see what we're working with. I just like this is how you remove the dirt, this RDT. That one's the dirt and that one's the scratches. Okay, so we got the basics. I don't think there's anything in there. Gonna double check. Don't care about the truck interior. Don't care about the silage bales. We will change out the vehicle shader, which is actually pretty easy. I think we're good to hit save. Now when I hit save, we're going to go to the other screen and I'm going to show you the changes that it makes, just so you have an idea what I was talking about just a few minutes ago. So we're going to hit save. And then I'm going to go up here and click on this little open i3D and text editor. And if you don't have that set up, just go to your preferences and go to external tools, text path editor, and go track down your Notepad++ or whatever text editing tool you're using. I really recommend Notepad++ because it's amazing and it's free. So now we're going to pop back over to our auxiliary screen, and from here nothing's changed, right? But if I click away and click back, because I have auto update enabled, you will see that a lot of those files are missing now. It's because the game just straight up deleted the file entry. So if we were to reload this, so we're going to clear this just to make it a little easier for you. Reload. Now we have less errors. You know, I am missing those textures, so if you needed those, you know, don't hit save yet. Track down your textures and then apply them or whatever, whatnot. I don't have any textures tracked down, so can't show you that in this episode. So our next issues we're going to have is this error. You know, not a lot of people use this console thing. This is phenomenal for your initial steps of converting. So we need to track down this vehicle shader, no scratches. We need to track down the number shader and another vehicle shader. And a lot of that is going to be located in here. Let's find it really fast. We want to reassign it to the stock in-game one. So I have the vehicle shader selected right there. That's the stock in-game one. That's what the little $sign means. And now we're going to want to find vehicle shader no scratches. So that's this guy right here. And we're just going to paste in that vehicle shader. And I do believe there's one more right here. Okay. Paste that in right there. Should be set like the wind now. Audio. Okay. Just double checking. Sorry, my modding brain is cruising like a villain right here. Okay, now that I have those fixed, I'm going to hit save. I'm going to clear this, and I'm going to reload again. Oh. Okay. So now the tires are white, right? That's an issue for us. In order to fix that, we're going to select the tire. And because we're already on vehicle shader, we reassigned the old one from FS19, and now it's on here, the new one, the vehicle shader, but we need to go to variation, and then we're going to select color mask. And you notice it turned it right back to rubber. Perfect, right? Oh, gotta remind me. Couldn't see a damn thing I was doing. So what I did was I clicked on here, and this variation was actually none at the time, a couple seconds ago, and it's already reassigned. We're going to click color mask, and that's only if you're working with there's some custom shaders that were floating around for FS19, and that's how you fix that. Okay, so we are number shader error now. So the numbers are going to be located usually on your dial, like your dashboard area. And what I like to do here is we're going to go to convert. We're going to cruise around here until I find dashboards, Lambo HUD, dashboard. So I have number speed, and then I'm going to click on float 1 to whatever. It's usually, you'll see numbers, RPM, numbers, speed, and you're going to click on the actual object, which is the blue box, the little 3 icons here. That's a transform. So once we click on that, we're going to go over here, and this is actually the numbers shader that we need to remove. So we're going to remove that, and I'm going to make sure that it removed itself from, it did not remove itself from this one as well. So we're going to remove that as well. And when you remove one from this list, it should do all of them. Sometimes they're all linked and you only got to do one. Not too big of a deal. So that should solve that issue that we have. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to clear. Let's just double check that it solved it. Nope, we still got one more number shader somewhere in the mod. So at this point with FS22, I love this feature. We're going to search number, and we'll find that the steering wheel actually has some numbers on it as well. And we will remove that one. Now that I got that one removed, we're going to double check, make sure this one's removed as well. Man, how many, I must have multiple steering wheel choices in here. I can't remember everything. I added this mod a long time ago. Okay. So that should hit a save. We'll reload again. Okay, I think we got a error-free console error-free. Let me verbalize that really quick. Okay, next up we're going to get into some of the coding aspects, because I feel that the i3D is ready to rock and roll. I don't need these strappets anymore. These were how we used to add tension belts, so I don't want to remove that transform because it'll mess up all the coding for all this stuff. So I just put a 0 there. You know, if you wanted to be clean cut, you would remove that and recode everything, which is a nightmare, not gonna lie. Okay, now that we got that, I would say that it is time to take a look at the XML. Okay, we don't need this anymore. We've added the Audi to the actual mod disk here. We're going to scroll down earlier where I've found the vehicle type that I want to use. And the reason why we have to make a vehicle type is because I'm adding specializations to this. Light extension, foldable, and we're going to hit save. Hit save on that. We're going to open up our how to convert section here, and we're going to locate the actual XML file for this Audi, and that will be our starting point. Okay, now that we got this opened up, we know that this new vehicle type, which is going to be located at the very top up here, is not an Audi R8 anymore. It's a police car 01. It's going to remove some old stuff here. I used to get crazy with my doohickeys. Okay, we're going to go down the line here, and all this, for the most part, is good. The one thing that we probably need to change out, and this is just for my situation, is this brand and category. Now, I actually already have one of my cops XMLs opened up here that has the brand and category that we're going to take from here and inject over here. Okay, that should be ready to rock and roll. Besides store, the store, not too bad. We're gonna have to make a store icon, and that's not the most difficult thing in the world. We'll do that last. We'll do that last. Don't forget. Okay, now I got a little mental note there. I'm gonna love you guys really quick and skip some ads for you. I had some ads that were gonna pop up on me, so saved you that issue of troubles and trials. Now we are gonna start going down the line here, and I'm gonna clean up this XML folder because, you know, a long time ago I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and now here we are. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. But let's make some ruckus. One of the first things inside the base tag here is you're gonna want to check out the Shima. I'm probably killing the pronunciation of that. I'm an American. We don't get good schooling where I live. Sorry. So I'm gonna go over, and you have these new versions right here. So Shima overlay, and I'm just gonna copy that and delete this old one. So that's gonna be your first step, is deleting that old one and replacing it with the new code that they use. And next up here, we got to change fill units. So you shouldn't have to change anything on the wheels. They can leave the same. The Anchorman ceiling. So the wheels tag you can leave the same, as long as you don't have any major errors with your mod to begin with. Which, if you're going to convert a mod, I highly recommend that you own FS19 and you open it up in that game first. Check the errors in there, and if you have errors there, you will have errors when you convert it over to 22. So just a heads up there. If you start with a error-ridden mod, most times you're going to end with an error-ridden mod. So make sure you're working with a clean slate as best you can. So we're going to scroll down. We're just going to get the conversion stuff down, and then I'll go through and do some tidying up, some additions, stuff like that. So our next little doohickey that we're going to work on is we're looking for fill units. As you see, I blocked out a lot of stuff from prior, so it's not installed. No sense having it in there. Don't need all this crap because it doesn't apply anymore. Fill unit. So when we're right here, this word right here, fill unit, needs to be changed over to fill unit text override. And this needs to be if I have multiple fill units here, such as like if you're doing a semi, you'll have your diesel, and then you'll have your def, or maybe you have a trailer or whatnot. Under fill unit text override needs to be added to the back end of that. All right, next up on my list, new exhaust paths. So we'll dive into the motor here. I don't need that differential configuration anymore because it's just a car. Don't need any speed rotating. Don't need none of that crap. I'm just removing stuff that is pointless now. So exhaust paths. We have a new exhaust path, and that's going to be this guy right here. If you don't put this in, it's going to throw errors. It says it can't find exhaust path. And this is relatively easy here. You're just going to highlight the old exhaust path and copy and paste a new one in there. And now exhaust is done. Oh, next on my list, I gotta organize this a little bit better because I know what all this stuff does, but some people don't. The brake force has to do with trailers, stuff like that. So let's make sure there's no foldables in here. We're just gonna scroll down a little bit. A lot of crap in here. You know, when I first started modding, I didn't know nearly as much as I kind of know now, which isn't a lot, but you know. We don't have a cover. Don't plan on having a cover. It's a car. Foldable parts. Eventually, we're going to add in the siren to be foldable. So when you press the button, it turns the siren on. I like that feature a lot more instead of the scrolling thingy. That's what this is. This moving tool. I had it set up to when you just like slide left or right, it would move the sound in and out of your audio range. And I just don't like that method anymore. So we're not going to use that. So we're just going to remove that part. Now this could change whatever mod you're trying to convert. It'll be different. Now this is going to be an issue. This default hydraulic sound is no longer in the game. That's why I have the new updated version, this one, and we're just going to replace that. Pretty easy, pretty simple. And that's going to be under your cylindered. Okay, next up, moving part. Attachable. Honestly, we're so close to being done with this conversion. Kind of crazy. We don't have to install tension belts anymore. This is a vehicle and I don't want it to get dirty and scratched up too fast, so I'm going to change all these from their normal values to 1. Okay, and I might actually add a little bit of time length there because, I don't know, I just don't like my vehicles getting all dirty right off the bat. Okay, we gotta scroll down here. We got light extensions. This should work right off the bat, as long as it doesn't have, nope, it doesn't. Sequence. If you see this in here, if you see a sequence, delete that. That's a old code, does not work anymore, and it will make it to where your stuff don't flash. So, strobes are working. That's under the light extension Lua that we got going on. I don't need to use the beacon sound. Here's some design configurations that are already set up, and we're going to use those. We're going to change them up a little bit, though, once we get going. Oh, this has underglow. It's been so long since I've touched this mod, I don't know what's all in here. So I guess there's some underglow that pops up. Base material, none of that's changed. That all works just perfect. Design configuration. Okay, so we're done with the actual coding aspect of this. This should be completely working now. Coding-wise, we still got to convert over our vehicle to a FS22 i3D. So now that I have all that done, I'm sorry my eyes, I got to scroll just a little bit and make sure I got everything. We don't have any moving parts. Okay. Check mod for additional code. That's uncommented, such as Lua encoding. Okay, we're good to go. Good to go on that now. Now from here, I'm going to delete this light that I made earlier. And we have our main Audi component here. And we want to make sure that our collision mask, make sure there's one there. And if you don't know a collision mask number, open up the truck, the lizard truck from in-game. Copy and paste that code for a car. You know, if you're doing a tractor, do a tractor, and vice versa. I don't know what is playing right now, but I don't want it. That works for me. Alright, now we have this bad boy selected. We are going to do a full conversion full conversion. Gonna open up our common files. I think that's under July of 21. And I'm actually gonna just copy this whole dang thing. And from here we will, we're gonna open up our cops folder. I'm gonna go into textures. I'm gonna paste this in here. So the textures included with this bad boy. If you go to download this mod, this will be one of the vehicles in there that are public, and the textures will be included. It is, you know, me adding the textures in, I didn't realize it, but they make them very big. So 27.5, and then I put the Lamborghini in here yesterday off stream. That's 31 megabytes. So it's definitely adding some beefiness to the download, unfortunately, but it's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. Ooh, I didn't like that. Hold on. We're gonna cut this out of here really fast. I could have did this a better way. So I'm gonna open up that Audi, the original FS19 mod, and I think these are the exact same folders, pretty sure. So we're just gonna copy these into here. Okay. Now we need to open this guy up back in, gonna open this guy back up in the XML editor. Switch over there so you can see what I'm doing. Now, we moved all those files and folders into the 2015 Audi R8 LMS. Everywhere where it says common files July, we're going to change every one of those to just be the Audi LMS. And it looks like we actually need to pull in some of the Bugatti textures as well, unfortunately, but we're going to have to do that. So that is a //up. So all we need to do is copy that. And we have to individually go through. Let's make sure this all lines up here, as much as we can get in the first shot. And we're actually going to paste this so it changes the file path location where it's looking for those textures. That way we don't have to go reassign them all manually. And I love it when they're all lined up, because then I can do a lot at once. But when they're not lined up, I have to individually go through and highlight them all and do this little shenanigans here. This might get boring for a hot second, but you know, that's modding for you. If you're determined, you will sit and bear the boringness. And these are really tedious. I love it when they're all lined up, and this one is not. Okay, so we got those ones in there. We do need the Bugatti. So we need to transfer over some of the Bugatti textures to this. I go back to July. And we are going to need the Bugatti inside normal, spec, and the body. So body, inside. Okay. So with those 4 textures selected, I'm just going to copy those, and we need to put those in the original mod. And I'm doing all this to show you here momentarily. Okay. Okay, those are pasted in there. So the game should find it now. We're going to change the file path name. This is just my chintzy way of doing this fast. A lot faster. You'll see I have, in the stream alone, I don't even know how long it's been, but you'll see I'll get this converted within less than a half hour. So now we will select all this up to where it says Bugatti, and we're going to paste in that new address there, and then we're going to hit save. Now it should track all these down, and we're going to watch down here in our console area right here at the very bottom, and make sure that it all loads in with 0 errors. So let's clear that just to make it a little easier. And we're going to reload the scene. All the textures are there, no errors. If you're missing textures, it will tell you in the console. Absolutely phenomenally, I love the console. Console's my favorite. This mod is now ready for export to our cops folder, or if you were just making a new mod, you wouldn't have to export anything. But because I'm adding this to a pack, it's a little bit different. Export selection with files. I do want to, what's the name of this? We're going to give this a different name though. And we are going to track down our cops folder. We're going to go into textures because wherever we put this, it will basically copy all the textures right below it. So I'm going to save it in here, and it should save it underneath Audi. So we're going to hit save. Oh, I think that one up. Not hitting save yet. Okay, now we're going to hit save. What the hell? Is it because I don't have this? Okay, now we'll save. Do we want to get the parent directory? Let me explain this to you. When you click yes, if there is a text file that is 3 folders up, so you got your mod, you got all your folders, your textures, your XML, your i3D, all that kind of stuff, it will create folders above the folder. So this could really mess you up if stuff is deep, because it can put stuff all over your computer and cause a lot of issues. Now, if you just want to direct, hey, greetings from Russia, well, greetings from my modding room in America. Love you guys. I have a lot of Russian buddies. Sorry, ADHD, got distracted. Do you want to get the parent directory? We're going to say no for the time being. And what this is going to do, it's going to put it all in the folders below. So if there's a folder, it'll make it below the, oh, I'm starting to get confused myself here. It will make it below this. We're saving it in this folder. It's going to create folders in here and lower. So we're going to click no. Keep relative game paths. Yes. Now what this is asking the shaders and stuff like that. Do we want to keep the stock in-game stuff, or do we want to break the connection and we want to say no, or we want to say yes to this? We want to keep the relative game paths. Okay, now this we can see down here in our console, it's been successfully exported. We are done in this one. Now we're going to open this in the cops textures. And when we open this in the cops textures, you'll see no errors. All the textures are there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, now that we have this saved, we can actually move. We saved it in the texture folder. That way the textures would go in the textures folder. But now we need to save the mod where we're going to be pulling from the mod, which would be, for me, located inside the i3D. And I'm going to save it in here. Save file. Now it's located in the proper location. When we go to look at the mod disk for the cops pack that I'm working on right now, we have it set up to go to XML, audio, audio. Oh my gosh. Oh my Moses, I cannot pronounce today. Need more coffee. Basically, it'll go to that folder. And we need to look at that, which is over here. This guy. And then we can start our conversion process. So we saved it. We should probably, I changed the name of it, so I'm not a huge fan of it. Hey, what's up, Nikolai? I think it's Nikolai. I think, yeah. I'm gonna say it's Nikolai. That's always good. Welcome to the party, my friend. Keep it kind of simple for you guys. Sorry, had to adjust something. So let's go down the line here. We don't have a store image yet. We're going to work on that here in a little bit. I'm scared of the stored image icon because all my screens flash when that happens, and sometimes it messes the whole stream up. So that's like the last thing I want to do right now. So file name, we've actually saved it as 2015 Audio RA LMS, and it's located in the i3D folder. That's peachy. And we shouldn't have to do anything else, to be honest with you. This should work as is. Oh, here's something. If you have what's called shared lights, which I don't think we have any in here, but you have these shared lights. So you don't actually have to install lights in vehicles. You can use the in-game stuff, and you'd use this share light tag. But if you're using one, this old data here is not going to work for you. So it's best to go find new lights, find where they put the new ones. I don't know why Giants moved them all. But yeah, it dinked up a lot of stuff for converting processes. But it should work. The next step is for us to load it up in game and double check all this stuff. What kind of sounds we got on here? Oh, sounds. Sounds. Let's see. Sounds. So the sound should be located. Where are my sounds? This is something that I've got to put in my list of right here. Sounds external file. Now, they are not using this coding, but we want to paste this up here for right now. And then let's take a peek at like the charger or something like that. And you'll see over here it has file name sounds. So instead of using this external sound file, we are going to copy this and place that up here using that new code. Delete this stuff right here now. We do have an issue. We do have an issue, and that is this sound XML is not converted, and it's in the old mod. So we need to we're going to hit save on this while we can. We're going to bring back over to our main screen for you guys and open up, not that one, this one. We're going to track down our audio file. So obviously that's going to be under, most times if you're converting a mod, it's going to be under sounds. I got all these sounds in here. Some of these I don't need. Some of them I do. So we're going to go sound v6 sport, and we're going to pull that into here. Now from here, we're going to need to open up a old sound file and do some editing of that. So the best way to do that is going to be open up this exotic, because it's a converted sound file, and then we're going to open up the unconverted sound file and play with that just a hair, and I'll show you the difference between the two. Okay, so on the right we have a pretty complex code, but it's the wrong code. And on the left we have a converted, so this one actually works. So left side is FS22, right side is FS19. So what they did with FS22 is they added a whole bunch of tags that basically, if it says motor, it needs to be under motorized and under sounds. So the best way that I've found to do this is just copy. So first you're going to need this top line right here where it says sounds. We're going to replace that from a working one. Hey, John Carter. Hey, it's John Carter from Mars. Sorry, man. I watch that show a lot. We're just doing some converting here. A little bit of conversion. I'd say we're almost done for a load-in game and check it out. Next, we are going to put motorized up here. And we're going to add the sounds. And then anything here that says motor is all going to go under there. So we're going to scroll down until we don't see motor anymore. And now that we have that, I'm going to close it because we got a closing tag of sounds, and then we need a closing tag of motorized. Great, that's good. Then we're going to add the remainder of the stuff here, the lights and all this. This is kind of just standard stuff right here. Water splashing, attacher joints. I have a custom honk file in there, so you know, one of those like a cop car. This is a converted sound file now. This should work. Should, keyword. the big thing is like if you're using Notepad++ and you click on motorize, there's this little green thing right here that's highlighted, and it should go all the way up to the top up here. And so that's an open and close tag, 100% good. We're gonna hit save on everything. Now let's go through and double check that everything is in the proper place. We have a start, stop, idle, run. Start, stop, idle, run, run. Okay, so we need to make sure there is a stop, start, idle. And we do have those. I think the big issue we have is I have an idle already in here. I don't know if it's, of course I can't hear it because it's not in my wave player. So we're gonna rename this. We're gonna name this idle Audi. And then same thing with run. And this is so when I add other vehicles to this, they don't get intermixed. And we don't delete sounds from another mod. Save us some time, just copy and paste this stuff. Okay, that should do us now. So we're gonna transfer idle, start, stop, run. We're gonna drag those over to here, and we're gonna need to change all of our ads incoming in 10 seconds, guys. I hit skip on the last one. It won't let me hit skip on this next one, sorry. About 30 seconds of mods here, or of ads. My apologies. So if you're, yep, lost all my viewers. All good, all good. Darn you ads. We're gonna go start Audi. I'm basically adding Audi to the end of all these sound files because that's what we changed it to. Stuff needs to line up. If you don't put the right word, you put a period, a dot, anything different, it's gonna run an error on you. Gonna make sure everything is in here. It says Audi now. Do a quick little double run up here, and everything looks good. Everything looks peachy solid, good to go. Okay, that sound file is now converted over. Let's go back and double check this. So sounds, sound V6 Sport, check, check. I do believe it should work now. Pretty darn error-free too. I'm gonna say that with confidence. Now, one of the things we have to do now is test it. I'm pretty sure we're completely, we have a store in here. Copy. We already have a icon made, so we're actually gonna take that and put it in here. I don't got a good icon made for it. I'm gonna do that in, oh no, we do not want to paste that in there because then what will happen? Store. We're gonna rename this to Audi. And then drag it into here. And then on our main screen here, we need to update the name of the DDS file. I'm gonna leave it, don't forget, because I want to make a good one using the icon maker. Okay. Should be working. We're gonna hit save. We're gonna open this up. We're gonna hit save as well. Now, the next thing up in our journey is to open the game. Open the game and let it get cruising on us. Bear with me a moment while we unpack Steam and all my Steam crap pops up. rocking out. Here we go. You're going to look at my text editor for about 15 to 20 seconds while this dang thing loads up. And Steam brings me all of its junk that it tries to sell me every time. Load up my farm sim. Okay. Got farm sim loaded up. We're going to turn our game down so I don't get hit with a copyright for their sounds they use here. Bear with me, you're on my text screen still. Loading the game up. Okay. Should be loading up. And now we can switch back to our main screen. I'm gonna hit the tilde key because I like to watch if things are messing up while it's loading up. Should be, for the most part, error free. Checking it out, checking it out. Sometime, and his music's killer. Good job, Epic. Loading, loading. I have a bunch of cop cars purchased, so might see all that crazy stuff load up here. Here's a shapes file error, which is whatever. I don't make for consoles, so I really don't care. Okay, so let's get on over to. This is my testing ground for all the cops vehicles. Every one of these vehicles you're looking at got some type of update. And this was me testing everything, so. Turn our game volume back up normal here. And let's check her out. I'm gonna actually turn on my tilde so I can see any errors that pop up when we load this up. And we're gonna scroll until we see Audi. Actually, you know what? I'll show you. These are updated all the icons on here, and dang, do they look good! They look so good. Looks almost professional. And there's the here's the Lamborghini I added the other day, undercover version. And you can put civilian stuff like that. So if you don't want lights. And then I do have a siren type, so I got USA. I think I added 6 of them. And then if you don't want a siren installed, you can just remove that. Different wheels, engine types. Yeah, so that'll be coming in a couple days. And this is actually built into the Cops mod as well. It doesn't require a texture pack. But let's take a look at this Audi. Man, those icon of that Lamborghini looks sick. Sorry, distraction. So let's look at the Audi. Open up my tilde. Look at that. Unable to find Audi RX Fate. Can't find vehicle type. Police car 1. What? Okay. Unable to find it. This is a simple error. All good. All good. We need to open up our mod disk. Police car 01. Unable to find. Oh, I get what we're doing. There is a issue that I will tell you about. I know what I missed. Sometimes you miss stuff. It's just what happens. Get used to it. There's a lot. There's a lot going on with mods. So if you run into issues like this where it's not showing up in the store, you need to be using your tilde key. That's, oops. That is the little key. If I can zoom way in here so you can see, it's this key. No, not that one. Yeah, that is what it looks like. But these two symbols, it's right above your tabs key. You need to be using that. It'll tell you everything you need to know about your life. So I know exactly what the issue is down here, and I'm going to show you how to fix that without ever having to restart the whole game. I have these vehicle type configuration tag right here, and it says vehicle type. This is the issue it's having, is it can't actually find this vehicle type Audi because we've removed it. I don't know how long we've been streaming for, but that's what we did. One of the first things we did was change the vehicle type. So now if I go to hit save on this, and then we're going to bring it back to the game, I will press the tilde key once more, and I'm going to find where it says GS store items reload. Now in order to find that, you can type that in, or you just put in GS capital S and then hit tab until you find store items reload. Now we're going to hit reload. Okay. And okay. We forgot one vital error, but that's perfectly fine. We said it should be error free, but we have this external motorized. Oh, you know what? We have a few errors here. And some of these look like they carried over from FS22. Like there's like can't find collision thing, which is fine. So this motorized external tag's not supported more, use file name. The reason it's saying that is because I left it in the mod. I didn't delete it. We actually don't need this honk file anymore because it's in the actual sound file, so we can delete that. And then trying to find a needle in a haystack sometimes. Scroll all the way up to the top here, and I'm going to copy that, do a control find it quicker. Motorized sounds external, so it's under motorized. Where are you at? I thought we deleted you. We did not. It's right there. Delete. Error fixed. Let's look back at our main screen. There's a couple other errors we'll take care of really quick in here. And that is going to be, this is the same error I have on all mods. It's an index not found. So that's going to be, I think that's the light. I think that's the light down at the bottom down here. Let's go to our i3D mapping. It's this one right here, static overhead light. What I like to do is I hit Control C to copy the name of it, delete the i3D mapping, Control F to find. Let's just make sure that it's not in the mod, and it's not anymore, so we're good. Ooh, a little hiccup burp there. Go back to our main. And scroll down through our list of errors here. Make sure we're not. We need to update the AI collision trigger node. It's relatively simple as well. We're actually going to open this back up. And under, you're looking for this AI collision trigger. It is been updated, so it's no longer an actual. It used to be a box for FS19. It's not anymore. It's just a transform group with dimensions. So you just create a new transform group, you just copy and paste the name in there. Now I'm going to click on AI collision and I'm going to hit Control W. And this brings up the replace function. The replace function, it's going to, whatever you're clicked on, it's going to assume it's the target. Now you can click on something else and then hit load and it'll load that target in. But we want to click on AI collision and we're going to load that in the replace with. And then just click replace. Now that error is fixed. Hit save. You ready for the magic here? You guys ready for the magic? Let's do our store items reload again. Boom. So 0 errors in, I don't know how long it took me to convert this. You know, I've been walking you through a good chunk of it. We have been streaming for, I don't even know how long we've been streaming for. Yeah, I have no clue. We started at 2. No, yeah, I have no clue. It don't matter, I guess. We've been streaming for maybe a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, maybe an hour, something like that. But it is now error-free. We don't even need the tilde screen up anymore. And it's converted in. Now, there's a couple of things that I don't like about it. I don't like the color that it spawns with. I want it to start off as a undercover car, and then you can convert it later. And then we also need to change some tire colors, because I hate those green. It's just stock that comes with it. And yeah, we'll probably add a couple more lights on it. We want to make sure the cop lights work and stuff. So design, we want blue underglow, green underglow. I need to make a no underglow version, just in case you don't want underglow. Calibrated brakes, starshine, the calibrated race day rims, those look cool. Calibrated brakes, so this version needs to be tweaked and change the color because I don't like the green. Engines, design, undercover cops, spoiler. Could probably make that a additional design feature. So we want to check out what the cop cars look like. So we're gonna change our. Let's go white. I don't want stainless. White metallic. No, I don't like metallic either. A neat looking cop car. Alright, so let's click buy. Nope, we're not going to click buy yet. Let us go back to our editor here, and we're going to go under our wheels because that's going to bug the crap out of me. Let's see how confusing I made this. I need to remember what these look like. Okay, it's like a star looking thing. Okay, check. Weird looking star. That's not the star we want. Tire 2. It's a lot of this stuff. Sometimes I don't even mess with it. I've had some weird ways of making mods back in the day, and sometimes I just don't even want to mess with it. We're actually going to change this to color mask. Vehicle shader tangent. Yeah, make sure everything's. Rear tire. Okay, so we're going to make this visible for just a hot second so I can see the color of it. It's like a yellow right now when you very first apply this shader. So we're going to go to rim, and I'm just going to go with more of a black look. 32. Hit save on that, and then we're going to hide that tire like it was before. I think. Nope, it was rear tire. That one. Okay, load this back up. Load this back up as well. And now we have black rims. Pretty sick. Okay, sweet. Let's hit buy on it for lots and lots of money. Turn up my game volume a little bit so I can hear it running. Whoa, that thing is fast. We're gonna have to do some vehicle changes, and I hate how dark it is. I hate a dark game. Turn our time down. Wow, that thing's quick. Woo! Oh, baby. She fast. A little too fast. How's the collisions on it? Kind of generic collisions. I didn't really go crazy with some of that stuff. Alright. And we'll hit our home screen. See that we have some lights flashing there. And I think our blue is actually backwards. So we're gonna go to our flashers. There, blue, orange, blue, blue light. Show lights. I think it was facing the complete wrong way. That's crazy. I went a whole year without ever noticing that. Okay, so that should be fix-a-ronied now. Hit save on it. Now there's another code that we can do, and it is called vehicle reload. You can just use GS vehicle reload. I like to add false and 100 so it updates all vehicles within 100 feet. So when we hit our flashing lights this time, it should be up front. And now you see both the blue and the purple. You see how those lights are facing forward instead of how they used to be. Now I do think that this needs more lights on it. Not headlights. Those are quite awesome. The engine is retardedly powerful, though. We are going to be throwing in a different motor in this because this is way too fast. Wow! Look at that. 190 in like less than a second. Poor Elm Creek. This is where I do all my major testing. I like to test stuff on stock vanilla maps, just so there's no conflicts or anything like that. Woo! Baby. Okay. So we got, what motor do we have in this? We got the T900, which is way too damn fast. Way too damn fast. Oh, there's the Lamborghini. She got lights too. Home. I don't actually think this is the cop version. No, this is not the cop version. But it does have a cop version. Hop back in this bad boy. And let's look at the interior. How does the interior look? Anything crazy? Can we light? Ooh, look at you. Ignition, main. Why is my reverse flashing? Yeah. I love this interior. Turned out really good. Is there anything in here that I want to light up? Let's change the time to dark here so I can see how the interior, and it needs to be lit up just a hair more. I wish some of the change our time back. Yeah, I think that's decent enough. Now we need to do some test and tune and making better. Oh, that weather. The weather's gonna kill me. I'm gonna change that. My volumes. Nope. Environment off. I don't want to hear the thundering clouds of the apocalypse. So, what we got here? We got motor. There's no animations on it as far as extra features. It does look cool. And it's just way too fast. So let's take a peek. Let's go find it in here. Audi RX. We are now air free. I do want this to look like a cop car right off the bat, so I'll show you how to do that. And then we'll jump into being awesome. Okay, so let's go to our auxiliary screen. So first off, colors. We want to have some colors. Base material. So the rims are color changeable. Apparently. Not seeing the color changeable rims. It says they're color changeable, but I don't see them in the game. So whatever you have when you're working with the base material configurations, whatever is first, so base material configuration black nano, and this is actually more of a gray, I would say. Let's change that to something more. Oh wait, no, we wanted 22. 22 is like the what I call nano. So if we bring that back to our main screen here, you can see I'm going to enter in store items, reload. Now it's going to start off looking black. It's a nano black, so it's not exactly what we want. But what we are going to do is we're going to add and change some of the colors here. We're going to remove one that I don't like. I could always really care less about yellow metallic because it kind of looks like gold. And we're going to go right through and add in our black. Change that to a 32. I like 32 material number. It's just kind of a generic one, and then I do want to add a white version. Add in white, and that would just be a 1, 1, 1. And what these three numbers mean is your first number is your red, your second number is your green, and your third number is your blue. Now, if they're all 0, you make black. If they're all 1, 1, 1, you make white. If you put a 1 at the end, that's going to be blue. That's going to be red. That one's going to be green. Stuff like that. That's how that works there. And price 0. We don't want to charge people for the basic colors. So now that I have those made up, I'm going to copy this because we need to go down to design configurations, and we need to remove one more from here. I don't know how many reds we need. There's like 3 reds in here. We're going to remove one of these 2. You can only have a certain amount. So we removed yellow from here, and we moved the coder red. And we're going to copy, or we're going to paste in what we copied just a minute ago. But you notice here it says base material configurations, and it says design material configurations. We're going to want to copy that so it matches the proper code. Paste that in there. Hit save on this bad boy. And then we're going to bring it back to our game. And we're going to update this. And as you can see, we're going to start off with what looks more like a cop car, an undercover cop car. And now we're going to start getting into our design aspect a little bit here. We want to add some names. So design, instead of it just saying design, we want to add in type maybe, and probably remove the spoiler and make that its own design category, and also change this word that says design to underglow and add a none feature. So in order to do that, we're going to play around in the design. Oh, looks like we're having some frame drop. Getting some frame drop, 2%. My bad. Oh, look at that. We've been streaming for an hour and 13 minutes. So it took me about an hour to convert that. I didn't know that. Pull over, right? Hey, Tony, what's going on, brother? Just doing some changes here. Sorry, my brain got distracted with the design stuff and the stream. And this is why I don't like to stream while I'm modding, because then I got to worry about multiple things. Vehicle type configuration. So we're going to get rid of this and just create a new design configuration, but we also need to add in a name to it. So what I have is I have my charger, and I already have a name for it. So we're going to go up to title on this side. It's under design configurations, and we're going to add in the word title. And under department, we're going to put type, just for the hell of it. So, sorry, I had to like look at what I was looking at here. Hey, what's going on, Dad? Everybody doesn't know it. Doc300ZX, that's my father. He actually makes mods too. I wouldn't say mods, modules. He makes like a little small vehicles that look real. When I was a kid, he used to make all these rusty looking trucks that just look like they've been sitting out in the middle of the woods forever. But he's great at that. Sorry, back to the coding here. So we want to add in another design feature. We already added in the title. It says type. And if I hit save here, bring it back over to my main screen, we do a little command here to reload this. You'll notice now instead of saying design, it says type. Now we want to remove the spoiler from this option, because we are no longer going to be using that under that design configuration. So we're going to make a whole new design configuration. Go design. So don't get this confused. There's configuration and there's configurations. paste that into here. Put that into here. Spoiler installed. Object change. So instead of doing to add additional design configurations, Doc and Lambo. Yep. My dad goes by Doc, as in Doc Holiday. So under design configurations, I'm going to put design to configurations, and we got to do this for all of them. All the tags here. Once you got that, now we have our own design configuration, but we need to make a blank. And in order to do that, we just duplicate this, change the object node, and we're going to put none. I totally jacked this up. This is where your brain starts to pop. I'm sure this is where your brain starts to pop. What did I just do? What I just did was I needed to make sure that see, I did it again. What I did is I moved something without copying it. So it's going to dink me up a little bit as I fix it here. Design configuration, design configurations. You just want to make sure you see this green line right there. That means that the code is complete. Oh, you're getting a Flipper Zero tomorrow. Those things are awesome, but dear heavens, are they going to be bad for society? The wrong person gets those things. So, I don't even know how to spell civilian. I think that's how civilian. Yeah, I think that's right. Gonna go right here. I'm gonna move that above. So now I have civilian design configuration. I have the undercover police design configuration, and it's going to object change 3 and 7. So let's take a look and see what that's changing. So it's gonna object change. We're gonna collapse all this, open it back up. It's going to add the flashers, which is this one, and then it's going to add the siren in. And I'm actually going to delete that one. Yeah, can you have, guess what, my dad has gray hair? Definitely not from me. I'm the good one. You better give me some credit there, father. I am the damn good kid. Troubled youth, you could say, but a damn good kid. I think I got completely lost at what I was doing here, so we're gonna open this back up, refresh it, and there we go. You can see we added the spoiler as an option. Also add some money when we go to click it, and it has civilian and underglow. The only difference between the civilian is these lights up front, and I'll probably add more lights inside the cab. And then the design underglow. We need to make a no option for the design underglow. Now, instead of using the design configurations again, we are going to use the design configurations, but we have to convert. In a previous mod of this, I went through and added vehicle type configurations, and I don't actually want that. I need to make a whole new design configuration again. We're just going to copy that once more, except for this time we're going to name this design 3. And we're going to call this underglow. And let's see here. We need to add a configuration in here now. So we'll copy this one, change this to a 3 as well. And and we need to copy our names in. And then this object change here, I'm going to paste that in there. And I'm basically going to go right down the line and did the same thing. So we did the blue, so we can delete that. Now we need to do a green and a red. So I'm just copying and pasting these in here. These object changes. Relatively simple, but we'll do a complete convert over here now after I get these names all lined up. And we can delete this vehicle type configuration now. Hit save, and then let's go back to our main screen here. And let's hit update. Cool. See, we have underglow, 0 errors. Won't be able to see the underglow, but we need to add a none feature to the underglow. None. Design configurations. We're going to go through and make a additional one right above it and just name it none. 0. No object changes. And now we hit save on that. Reload. None. Now there will be no underglow. We're actually in the vehicle right now, and it might throw some issues if we were to update this like this, because I've added new design configurations, so the game save is going to be off a little bit. But until I actually update this vehicle, it's going to remain the old code. Probably makes 0 sense to you. So I'm going to get out of this, sell it after we save. After we save, because everybody loves a good save. Let's go through and sell this crap. Cops. Owned items. Why aren't you letting me select that? Okay, you want to be weird on me, don't you? Yep, you definitely want to be weird. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back. We're going to say screw FS22 for a minute and restart her. Actually, before we restart her, let's add in some features. Okay, from here, I want to install, I added a whole bunch of sirens, and so you have different options now for, say, if you want a police, a Yelp, anything like that, but I don't have it in this vehicle, I have it in the other vehicles that I've made. So we are going to import in the Lamborghini, and so now we got the Lamborghini in here as well. It's kind of overstacked with each other, but what I want is this siren kit. All these. Control C it, and I'm going to paste those in here. Make sure this is all zeroed out. Responder decor. Don't need that. I'm going to hit save. So now all those sounds are going to hit play when the game loads up and I activate the siren. It'll just be like, whoa, 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 all of them. We don't want to do that, so we need to install the code that limits those from doing that. If I can find the Lamborghini so we can copy some code here. Since I've already installed it in here, why not just use it, right? I like to do stuff so it's all the same for the most part. Now we don't know if there's already a foldable in here, so what we're going to have to do is do a quick little search. Control F, search. We do have a foldable in here. It's blocked out, but we can fix that relatively easy. And we're just going to copy this over. Now we have a siren. Now, there is no siren animation yet, so what we're going to do is add that to our animation list. If you see right here where it says animation name siren, and this is also where we can change what it says, siren off, siren on, the pause direction text, pause negative text. And so there's two configurations here. There's one where the siren's installed, and there's one where the siren is not installed. That way you don't have to deal with that if you're just using this as an everyday vehicle. So we need to add our siren animation. I'll just copy that over. We need to double check that it is the right index path, which it is, 07. And now we should be able to activate that with a folding part. You just press X and it'll play the siren sound. You press X again and it'll stop playing the siren sound. We also need to make that a choice, a design configuration. So in order to do that, let's go back to our design configurations, and we are going to, instead of having the spoiler as the design 2, since I already have, there's a lot more code to change if I was to add this, because it is a design 2. So we're going to add that in. And we're actually going to change this one, the spoiler. Let's move it down here. We're going to change this to 4. This will be our 4th configuration. But we need to make sure we do it to all of the 2s in here, otherwise it will throw an error. Go through. Okay, so that should be, I have USA default none. Solid. I think we are solid. Hit save on everything, and while we are waiting for the game to load up again, we're going to talk about how great life is. Life is good today. It's super cloudy. You know, there's a solar storm incoming. It's supposed to be here really bad tomorrow. Whoa, that's loud. Super loud. Supposed to be a solar storm coming in tomorrow. Starting today, it says minor today, and then pretty intense tomorrow. It says strong, so GPS navigation and all that kind of stuff says that it's going to be messing up on us. All right, we're going to start this up. And actually, I'm going to start a completely new game. Continue, and we're going to need to have the cops installed. Somebody call the cops. And I'm going to need some money, so let's hit start on that. Construction tabs, yes. Sweet deal. Open that up, see if we have any errors. I don't think we have any errors. Sweet deal. Election season is upon us, so we have our mask on. No, we do not want a tour. And let's open up our game map really quick so I can add millions and millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars. Add it. Okay. Okay, let's go buy this bad boy. Open up our code. No errors. Woo! I don't mean to get cocky, but damn, I'm good. That's what happens when you've been doing this for 7 years and they keep changing the game on you. So let's look at everything we installed in hour and a half. Converted the mod, updated the mod, added a ton of features. You guys are really going to love this. Ooh, that T900. Maybe we don't have to change the engine. I was driving earlier and it was super freaking fast. But that was with the T900, so maybe the T45 is better. No errors with the wheels. Let's try the undercover. None. Siren type. no errors when scrolling through those. Underglow, no errors. And spoiler, no errors. Siren installed, siren empty. Instead of empty, I like none. I'm going to put none instead. Wait, did we add in the siren? I don't know what I did there. Sometimes my brain, does it have an ejector seat? I don't know. Ejector seat? Like when it shoots out of the car when he's about ready to explode? This isn't Grand Theft Auto, Tony. So design configuration 1. Siren type. Design configuration 3. Underglow. Design 4. Spoiler. We don't have a... Is there another design configurations that I'm missing? Where's this siren type coming? Or the siren coming from? And my brain's racking right now. I don't know where that's located. I mean, it's working. It's error-free, but I don't really know where. I'm doing a quick search. Oh, okay, I get it. It's under folding configurations. Because if you choose empty, it won't have the fold option. Just put wee woo. Right? Okay, so I think we're done in here. I think this is all pretty great. You know, if I just uploaded it like this, I'm sure people would love it. I want to add some more stuff at a future date. But let's go through and we have let's buy it. Let's find I want the USA 2. We want blue underglow. We don't want a spoiler, and we want the siren install. And we're gonna click buy. Make sure there's no errors. And here we go. Moment of truth. Nope. Nope. What the hell? Nope. There we go. Turn our game up so we can hear volume a little bit. So, top left corner of the screen, you see where it says siren on, siren off. And we can change that in the shop menu. I'm going to turn that off now since that was ridiculously loud. Test our lights. Sweet. Those work. Start cycling through here. I don't see any underglow. I don't see any underglow. So I'm gonna pop in and see if we can track down what the issue is. I know it's over here under lights. Turn lights, brake lights, reverse lights. So underglow, light type 3, intensity. Oh, I know why. I know why. They are on. It is on. What we're gonna do. I'm gonna flip this guy upside down and get in it. I don't know if there's actual... Oh, there it is. You see it? I see the glow now. My silly face. It's in the inside too. I thought it was on the bottom. It's definitely not on the bottom. You can see it on the blue fender right there. And then it's just a little bit of glow. It's nothing too crazy. So it is working. Cool. We're gonna skip those ads for you guys. Alright. Ooh, I wasn't fast enough. Oh, I did get it. I just skipped ads for you guys. So if you love me, make sure you hit like on the video. Oh wait, I do have mirrors installed in this, surprisingly. Not the best mirrors, but there's really... Gonna test out this engine. This engine's a hell of a lot better than the other engine. The other engine is just it's like drag racing. $112? That's not bad. Turn our volume down. Let's go pull some people over. Little test and tune here. Oh, thank you, Tony. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. It's amazing how one does forget that quite often, huh? That's why I got homies like you, Tony. Appreciate you, brother. I actually watched almost all of your live streams that you had. If you guys don't know, I don't think I have shout outs on here. I don't even know how to do that on YouTube. But yeah, look at that. That's great. Ta-da! I'll see. Was there anything else crazy I wanted to do? Maybe not. A little crazy, like, it's error free. Take a peek at all the other vehicles here. Oh, what did we do to the Tahoe? I'm just gonna go through right now and show you all. I basically did this for all the vehicles in here. This mod is starting to get really crazy big. But yeah, so let's look at everything I did. Engine, did some modifications on the engine, updated. Got your street, got your tires, lights. That adds, that's not a new feature, but decals you can change. I didn't add any more decals to it. I did add selectable sirens though, so you can find a siren that you like and that can be your default one you like. I did install additional push bars that do have lights on them. So when you change the light, when you change the push bar, the light does change. And then you can do none if you really want. I added license plates. I don't think this had a license plate before. Main color, black, yellow. I mean, if you wanted to go all crazy looking. Actually, that might not look too bad looking like that, see? And then decals, let's go Boise, my hometown. Yeah, that's up with that guy. Air free. The only error he has is just too big. He's just too big, the model. But it's for consoles. You really only got to worry about that if I was putting this on console, and you know me, I don't do the console game. Too much work. Lenko Bear. What did we do to this one? I don't know. I don't know what I did to this one. It needs a license plate though. Let's add that to my list. RSI drone. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. This is kind of neat. Absolutely pointless, but kind of neat. It is a SWAT drone. Press X to unfold it. Takes a minute to unfold. Now we have a mobile SWAT. Man, they need this in a real video game. That'd be cool. Get your pistol out. Bow, 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 bow. I make a lot of stuff like this. totally useless, but kind of cool. And what else we got that I made some edits on? Did I do anything with this? I don't think I really did anything too drastic to this guy. They probably could do more. You got your fire, EMS, all that kind of stuff. Anthem truck, the police version, and I did set it up so when you configuration, so when you add the different configurations, it does add in. It moves the textures around. There's even lights on the side of it, flaring. So we're gonna. Oh man, I got the hiccups. We're gonna buy this to go with a future checkout here. The police. I would like to make like a barrier beam for that, so you can put people inside of it and lift them up to a safe location. You got the trailer. Oh, you know, we should probably buy that to test out the trailer features. And the mobile command center. We're gonna buy that too. Definitely would cost more than 100K in real life. I got tons of requests to change this guy. I don't know if it's a Raptor or what it is. This Ford F-150, there's one complaint that I have as well with this bad boy, and it's the fenders. Look at those. They're it's like it's built for a dually. But in order to do that, I have to do a lot of modeling. And I didn't want to do that. Not yet. Maybe I will. What are we listening to? God of Miracles. Christian music popped up. Alright, so. And then the Porsche. I think this got some updates. I think little small fixes, license plates, silly stuff like that. I did not add any more decals to it. Some of these, I don't actually have the original files anymore. I lost them when I did my update. But I think yeah, roof lights, kind of do whatever you want. It's a cool little fast car. The Bellevue Police. Probably one of my favorites and the most work put into one is this Charger. It's pretty cool. You got unit ID, so you want different numbers on there. Madison push bar, all different push bar options. You can make it an unmarked as well. Oh, that's what I did. Community enforcement. Unmarked. I added unmarked to all these. And then for the light bars, got different choices here. Just a couple. Nothing too crazy. NYC special is my favorite. If you want the spoiler on there, that's good. Chassis color, rim color. Say you want blue rims. Design color, a hot pink. Whatever color you want. License plate. Air free. Looks really ugly right now, but that's because I made it ugly. Same thing with here. I do believe, so you got side steps, you got unmarked. You can choose your department. Unmarked. Different push bars, different strobe lights. As I make more strobes and as I make more push bars, I can totally just easily add those to these mods, so it's not too difficult at all. And then the newest one, the Lamborghini siren type department. Now, I didn't put decals on this one. It's kind of a pain in the butt and more work that I wanted to do this update. So you just got a civilian and an undercover. Now they do need more lights. This one just has the front lights in the front right there. Let's that's it. That's it for the cop pack. Quite a few vehicles on there, I'm not gonna lie. But there is placeables with this pack as well. If you go to here, you go to police, and you got prisoner transfer substation, motor pool, and a farming district substation. I would like to add more of those. I just got to get crazy in 3D model some more, because you know, none of this stuff comes with the game, obviously, and a lot of the models are really super expensive. Oh yeah, before we get too crazy, let's test the trailer on this. It shows that there was a trailer, but I don't think, like the coding says there's a trailer, but I don't think that logically matches up. Let's see here. Oh, it does. It does magically appear. I gotta change the texture on that though, because it's a little jacked up. See, when you hook up, the actual hitch pops up. That way, if you don't want that horrendous thing sticking off the back, you don't have to deal with it. It is really big compared to that. That's nuts. So we still got this open. Let's go track down our... we are looking for attacher joints right here. Trailer hitch. That's really freaking big. So it's being all white like that because it doesn't have a gloss map assigned. We can easily fix that right there. And double check it's a tangent, and then we're just going to add a normal map as well. There's some textures. If you don't have a spec map attached, then it'll be all white like that because the game just doesn't know what it is you're trying to do. We're just going to update this vehicle now. Boom, now it's black. It's still a little big, so we could play around with that. Trailer attacher. Just gotta remember this. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually make this just a teach smaller, maybe like a 0.7. And then I'm going to hit freeze transformations. And we're gonna have to adjust where the stuff is. So this is the electrical thing that plugs in. And then we need to move the attacher over the top of the ball. Double check it's over the ball. Okay, that should. Attacher joints, visibility, off. Save. Reload. That's better. That's a hell of a lot better. You could pull stuff. And the cool thing is when you hit home, the trailer's got lights on it too. Open her up. I don't think before, so the stock in-game version doesn't actually have the ramp that folds down. I think I made that. So then this was designed for the, what's that thing called? The drone. For the drone to drive in. So when I bought that drone kit, there's two versions of it. There's a firefighter version, and then there's a police version. And the firefighter version is installed in my firefighter pack, which is the next pack that I am going to be working on and making edits and changes to. But there's quite a bit of police stuff that I needed to go through and figure out. See, this guy should go right in the back here, relatively easy. Make sure it all closes up nice and tidy like. Cool. Okay. Last but not least, I think we're going to call it here in about 10 minutes, guys. Get my 2 hours in, which went relatively quick, I'm not going to lie. We're going to dink around with some of these models for that till then. I will be updating this on my Patreon here in a couple days. The Audi and the Lamborghini that's in the pack. If you download the pack without the textures, you will be able to access textures for the Lamborghini and the Audi.
Those are installed in the mod, so it's kind of a partial public, partial private currently. So now we are in the mix here. If you haven't seen this before, I made this trailer from scratch. From scratch. 100%. So first things first, let's turn on the lights. Whoa, those are fast. Look at that, that's crazy fast. It's a little too fast, but you got lights on the truck, you got lights on the trailer, and we're gonna open the bad boy up. These are gonna fold out, and then we're going to open up the rear. And there's actually enough room to fit the drone in here as well, or like a gator or something like that. You could fit that bad boy in here. And then there is side doors, if I can get them to go down. You could also load in some more stuff in there. So we're just going to load this all down. One thing I want to do is not save the game. We want to turn on the auto start off. That way when I get out right now, it will keep flashing at me. Let's go check this out. Oh, when you first come in here, what do you got? It's a little crazy. I really, for FS19, this thing used to scroll, and those used to scroll, but it don't work that great anymore. You got your computer systems, you got silly stuff. Made this board from scratch, too. Even the little shadow behind the paper. A little silly, I know, but it's the little things, right? Scam alert, supply order, little switch for controlling the doors, which this mod would be really good with IC controls. I might put IC controls on this. You got your workbench, you got more computers here, you got zip ties and bulletproof vests. You can't go in there too much, it's actually quite a big collision in there. You got your monitoring systems for traffic, little mouse, keyboard, silly stuff with ammo, because, you know, every cop has a 50 cal case of ammo. Yeah, that's the police. That's the police command center, which I thought was really, you know, it's more for roleplay than anything. Obviously, it has zero purpose in game, but it looks cool. You know, if you were doing YouTube videos and you wanted to like set up a scene, and there was, whoa, that's a no collision on that bad boy. We're gonna fold everything back up. Nope, not that button. Z cover. But yeah, if you were trying to do a scene, you know, for your YouTube channel or maybe a video or just playing with your friends, this is the cop car you want. The whole cop system here. It's kind of what the goal is to make this your one-stop shop for cop stuff. Okay, let's see. Anything else that I'm missing? Oh, here's a trick. Let's buy some land here, and I'll show you how one of these. Whoa, why are you moving so much? Let's buy this land across here, and then while we're in here, let's buy a chainsaw because we love life. Yep, we're gonna buy that. Okay, now we'll go into our build placeables. We're gonna look at some of these police pack stuff. Transfer station. Now, this has a cool little feature, and it's a one-time use. So if you save your game and then you come back in, you won't be able to do this. It's meant for more live streams and role plays. So we put both of those on there. We're gonna take the Audi, detach out of there, start our engine up, turn on our homes for our flashers. Okay, here's the neat part. So you got this police substation here. Before we go crashing into it, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Come in here, kind of a processing center. You got your doors that open up. You got your cell, your holding cell. Now, cool thing. Let's bust out our chainsaw. you can cut your way out. Now these bars will disappear on load of game. So after you save it and you come back, the game thinks this is extra tree parts. That's why you see wood chips. I can't control the wood chips. Okay, so you got that. You can also do the windows, right? Now, the mirror, all that kind of stuff. Burm, burm, burm. We're gonna go outside really quick. We're gonna get in the Audi, and I'm gonna show you the other features. So if you wanted to do a jailbreak, say you're doing a live stream, you want to do some role play, and you wanted to do a jailbreak, you would place this placeable down, and you know, and if you delete it, if you sell it and then place it down again, the bars will come back for that save. So say you want to do a prison break, and okay, that didn't work out as good as I thought it was gonna. You gotta hit it just perfect. Boom! See the wall? I don't think this thing's big enough. It has enough power to pop a hole in it. And it does not turn the greatest for this tight turn stuff. Boom. Let me in there. I think that the collision's too low. Anyways, you can knock the bars out of place. I don't know what you do with these little blocks when you're done with them, you know, but when I made this, I'm like, that's cool. Now, come in here with a chainsaw. Ah! Get the guy over there, get the guy over there. Break your dude out. Whatever. This is me going a little crazy, thinking of some wild ideas. Got gates that open up, and that is the transfer station. Next we got motor pool, and this is relatively simple. I'm gonna have to flip the gates on this because I had some people that use that auto open, and they the gates close every time they come up to the fence. You got your typical signs. Now these are all movable, every one of them. Ah. So if you wanted to do more role play, that's kind of what this cop pack is, a lot of role play. All this stuff you can load it up on the back of a truck, whatever the case may be, and role play. Same thing with all this stuff. Ladders. Do you need a ladder? Huh? You got cops. Cops with ladders. All this stuff is movable. Which, my God, don't put too many of these on your map, but if you wanted to build a scene and whatnot, or load up stuff in the back of a truck, that would be the route to go. Same thing with over here. Just a lot of dynamic objects that you can play around with. I don't think you can. I would love to make this a mod. I always thought this was cool. I just got to pull it out and remove the wheels, do some silly stuff like that. Oh, should we skip the ads here? Let's see if I can get over and click it fast enough. We're going to skip the ads for you guys. Make sure to like the stream, because I'm saving you time. I'm saving you time by not sending you to the evil YouTube algorithm of ads. And I believe these lights all come on at night. So this place is all lit up. Let's look at it at night. Yeah. Nice and lit up at night. I haven't been in this building at night. Is there lights in here? Oh yeah, there's plenty of lights in here. A little too much light wash out. Okay. Like checking this stuff while you guys are here. Hey, Wolferton Farms. You missed quite a bit so far, unless you've been here the whole time and just been quiet. But this will be uploaded to YouTube if you want to go over, if you want to learn how to convert a mod. First off, we convert a mod at the beginning half of this, and then we add some features, explain the whole cop pack, and there'll probably be more features. Wow, that freaking police light is just blaring. I have to add that to my list. We're gonna change our time back to a decent hour. And door opens up. Can fit one cop car in here. Come in here. Here's your lobby. Talk to the visitor. Check in. Report your neighbor. Earn $5. we're coming to that type of world. Swipe your key card, and come in here, and you got a little miniature office. And I like to put a lot of history. I don't know if you saw, this was a farming district substation. And a lot of my police and fire stuff, I like to make a little goofy lore history. In 1942, cattle rustling was the biggest worry to all the farming community. Together, they collected the money needed to build a police station that was close enough to respond to incidents. The original design was a simple 4-wall shack with a desk and a bunk. In 2020, the entire site was demolished after being purchased from the city. Soon, a new agency was created to fit the needs of the community. The Farming District Police Substation is used as a data collection station that assists the parent station with all the agricultural related crimes and investigations. Yeah, get a little crazy with my stuff. What we got here? Most Wanted. I made this back in the day when I worked a lot with the Squad and Garrett Plays. I don't really do too much with them anymore. And then these other photos here are actually photos of crimes. Somebody robbed a bank with a Deadpool mask. I thought it was awesome. Not awesome that it happened, but this guy robbed a bank with a clown mask. Like, wow, we live in a crazy world. You got your computers in here, all that silly stuff. Made all this in Blender for the most part. Not all the models, like chairs. Some stuff is just decor. Yeah, that's my three buildings. I really want to make a new police station. Obviously, that takes some time, right? Because you got to model it, you got to texture it, you got to code it. But I can see myself in the foreseeable future doing that. And I think the last thing I was gonna do for the Audi, wherever the hell it went. Where are you at? I don't even know where the heck you are. There you are over here. The last thing I wanted to do with the Audi was make a new icon, because if we come in here to our vehicles, go to our cops pack, go all the way, one doesn't look like the other. If you look how sexy that Lamborghini looks, I love that icon. It looks so damn good. But they all look kind of the same, and that's because I use an icon generator. Now this Audi does not have an icon generator attached to it, and I don't like doing it on stream because it messes up my stream, and sometimes it kicks me off. Since this is the relatively close to the end of the stream, I'm going to show you guys how to do this as the last little goodie before I give you, alright?
Now listen here, boy.
Okay, listen here. Let's get off of here. We're going to go into our game. I have actually, where are you at? Modding, apps. I love the Steam Deck because I can code and I can build a whole mod for my Steam Deck now. It's kind of crazy. But we want to open up the FS icon at generator. This thing's a bit tricky to install, I'm not going to lie. I actually had to put the folder in my mods folder where it exports out of. Now it's going to bring up this. Now you can make some from all the base game stuff, but I want to make from a standalone i3D. And we're going to be using this Audi. Sorry, I'm not from another country. And we're going to just click generate. Now this might mess everything up. Let's cross our fingers that it doesn't. We'll see. It's going to open up Giants Editor. It may crash the stream. We're looking pretty good so far. Ha! Converting the icons. It did not crash this. Yes! Sweet. We are powerful. Okay. I want you to recall this one. Okay, look at this one. Okay, that's what it looks like. What we're going to do is we're going to bring over our folders now. Got our store and our other store. And it puts it, we're going to go like this. We're going to go to my mods folder. And I'm going to scroll to icon generator. It's going to make a really good looking. Ooh, we don't like that one though. It made one, but I don't like it. If you look at it, if I can get to it, I don't like the red. Not at all. So what we're going to do, it takes a image of whatever it is it's looking at. So because this is red, it's going to give us a red vehicle. Now I'm gonna just go like this, change this to 32. And then we're gonna change this one. Okay. Hey, what's up, PC gamer? Welcome to it's just the last half of the stream here, but we are slowly working on making an icon generator, and I think I closed it, unfortunately. We're gonna open back up really quick. Okay, and it should have that audio, Audi. God, I need to stop streaming. I can't talk. Should have it already selected. All right, now it's creating it. It's creating it. It's crazy that it opened up my 9.3 folder. It should be opening up to 9.4. But anyways, sorry, brain farts. Brain farts. Well, we can open up our store icons and our icon generator. You see, instead of being red, it's now black. Hey, what's up, Mr. T-Bone? We're just chilling. It's been about 2 hours, and I'm 7 minutes over when I wanted to stop streaming, but it's because I needed to show this off. So now we have the Audi, and we're going to take this name, store Audi. We're actually going to change this one here to that, drag and drop. We're going to replace the old one that's in there. For the most part, I'm doing pretty well. I don't know how everybody else in chat is, but I'm doing great. I'm about ready to call it for the stream. And if you're curious of what we did today, I did 2 hours, crazy. Like, this will be uploaded to YouTube under my live stream, so you can go back and rewatch. We basically converted this whole Audi to be a cop car in the cop pack because I think it's cool. Now, let's update our icon. We're going to go here. We're going to go to Store Items Reload. Okay, that should have did that, but I think it's because I have to go to a different screen and then come back. There it is. See? So now it looks great. Absolutely great. That's it. Let's see how many cop cars I got in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I have 3 more to add to this too. And I actually have 4 more to convert. I don't know when I'm going to get to those, but look at that. I love that icon. Lamborghini still looks good. Yeah. Air free. Yeah, guys. That's it. On this journey today, we converted a mod. We troubleshooted. We added design configurations. We added sirens. Additional sirens. There already was a siren on it, but we added additional sirens. Updated a ton of little small dinky stuff. Didn't do too much with the interior. I'll probably off screen add some more little odds and ends and cute things to this to kind of add a little bit more flair. But we definitely revamped all of the options. There is now a ton of options in here, whether you want civilian or police, but you know, why wouldn't you want to have the cops? The T900, we should probably change that to where it says drag racing engine because it literally acts like a drag racing. And then this actually has less options than the other one. When I made this, I didn't even think about it, but I would love to have made that spoiler an addition. I really would have. Everybody always teases me. They're like, hey, you need to make a Lamborghini. And I've never actually made one until last year. In 7 years of doing this, I've only made one Lamborghini. But you got your undercover cop car. You know, I didn't. There's just so much design features this. I just don't see where I'd put the word police on there. Maybe on the spoiler a little bit, but I don't think I'm actually going to add decals to those. Probably update some little small stuff. Well, that is not too bad. Not too bad of an ordeal right there. One thing, guys, if you have not checked out the... We're going to hit pause on this. If you have not checked me out on Twitch, I have moved over to Twitch. Not 100%, but a little bit. And on there, I have... I do a lot of test and tuning. So like in this video right here, we're basically fishing. I made some fishing vessels and stuff like this. This is all available on the WATERWORLD map. If you go look down at the description of this live stream, you will see some links to the map, the mods needed, and I do plan to make all that public in about 20 days. If you want to do some beta testing and stuff like that, you can sign up right now, and if not, the mod all works, but there's texture packs for joining Patreon. So if you want to come on over there, that all the proceeds from that, I buy new models, I pay for software, and you wouldn't believe how much software I pay for every month. I go broke. Sometimes I have to like not do it. But I have a ton of like I made some signs live on stream. I do about an hour to 2 hours. I'm not a huge streamer, so it kind of runs me dry a little bit. But you can go check that out over there. I'll be streaming over there whenever. I need to get serious with my time and set stream times, but I haven't yet. So on that note, guys, thank you so much for being here. If you have not hit the like button, hit it for a brother. If you like this stuff and you totally want to see more, hit the like button so other people can find it. And if I get lots of likes, I usually go back and I make more cop cars or I make more fire trucks. I'll look at those videos and I'll line them up with whatever it is I was doing that day and focus my energy on that. 112. Not bad, not bad. Thanks for being here, guys. On that note, you're beautiful, you're awesome. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.